Allen Iverson put it best when he said, he's one of the most dominant big men we've ever seen. Ever. I shouldn't even have to do this one because he's not that old. But I'm telling you, you kids just don't know how good Shaquille O'Neal was. NBA Twitter, stop it! I see you texting and typing and writing or whatever that Shaq wouldn't dominate today's modern era of pacing and spacing and shooting. That's lunacy, sheer lunacy. Shaq had his way with Ewing, Robinson, Duncan, Mourning, and when he got older, he exacted revenge on Hakeem Olajuwon. You don't think he could dominate Rudy Gobert, Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid? Shaq's numbers and impact today would be even greater than they were during his era. All he did was dunk, you say. Nobody could stop the dunk. Why should he do anything else? Yeah, all Kareem did was shoot the sky hook too. Shaquille O'Neal is one of the greatest players in NBA history. Period. Here's why. Number one, Shaq's list of accomplishments is historic. He averaged 23 points and career highs of 13.9 rebounds and 3.5 blocks. And occasionally, you saw him dribble it coast to coast while leading the fast break. And at least one time, he finished off that break with a no-look dime to a teammate for the easy assist and bucket. Shaq went on to become a 15-time All-Star. That's tied for fourth most ever. He's one of 4 players to win the All-Star Game MVP 3 times. He was a 14-time All-NBA selection. That's tied for second most with Karl Malone. He's a 2-time scoring champ. 10 times he led the league in field goal percentage. He's 8th on the all-time NBA scoring list, ahead of names like Duncan, Olajuwon, and Larry Bird. You want more? Shaq's the only player since the NBA put in the three-point line in 1979 to lead the league in scoring without making a single three. Simply put, when Shaq took the floor, he owned it, plain and simple. Number 2, as great as Shaq was in the regular season, the 4-time NBA champion saved his best work for the playoffs. In the Lakers' three-peat at the turn of the century, he dominated the NBA Finals like no one besides Michael Jordan ever has. In the 15 games it took the Lakers to dispatch of the Pacers, the 76ers, and the Nets, Shaq averaged 36 points, 15 rebounds, and 3.5 blocks. He absolutely wrecked Dikembe Mutombo, one of the greatest defenders of all time, in the 2001 finals. He averaged 33 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3.5 blocks against Mount Mutombo. In fact, Shaq became one of only 2 players in history to win the NBA Finals MVP 3 straight years. The other, I told you already, Michael Jordan. Over the course of his NBA career, Shaq took some of the greatest centers ever to the woodshed in 17 playoff matchups with David Robinson, 8 with Hakeem Olajuwon, and 5 with Yao Ming. Shaq averaged more points, more rebounds, more assists, and more blocks than each of them. And while he never met them in the playoffs, you can add Patrick Ewing and Alonzo Mourning to the list as well, because he did it to them in their 42 combined regular season matchups. Nuff said. Number 3, Shaq was the centerpiece and best player on one of the greatest teams in NBA history, the 2001 Los Angeles Lakers. They were one of only 3 teams to lose just 1 playoff game en route to winning the championship. And let me tell you, that Lakers team was awesome. They ran roughshod over opponents in the playoffs, beating them by an average of 12.5 points a game. That's in the playoffs, not the regular season. Shaq, Kobe, and company were an Allen Iverson stepping over Tyronn Lue moment away from being the only team in NBA history to ever go undefeated in the postseason. Shaq was so dominant in those playoffs that in the offseason, the NBA had to change the rules. It eliminated the illegal defense rules, paving the way for teams to play zone. Now that's the mark of greatness, changing the game. And that's what Shaq did. I haven't even mentioned that in 1995, Shaq averaged 24 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, plus a steal in leading Orlando to victory over Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls in the playoffs. That makes Shaq the only player ever to lead his team past Michael Jordan in the playoffs since Jordan won his first finals in 1991. I haven't even mentioned Shaq tearing down the entire basket in the Meadowlands or in Phoenix. I haven't even mentioned the alley-oop from Kobe Bryant to finish off the Portland Trailblazers. I haven't even mentioned the platinum hip-hop album Shaq Diesel or the movie Kazam. Wait, I didn't mention Kazam for a reason, but his movie Blue Chips was dope, and so was Shaq. So there you have it. One of only 3 players joining Bill Russell and Michael Jordan to ever lead their teams to 3-peats. One of only 5 centers, 6 if you count Tim Duncan, to win at least 4 championships. Arguably the most dominating big man ever. Now you kids know how good Shaquille O'Neal was.